Stop the music. Okay, was bugging. Alright, we're back with more Rogue Trader because I wanted to play more Rogue Trader. Last we left off, we got Maharzai in our party, settled some differences, found out Argenta is the one who killed Lady Theodora, much to our surprise. I kind of wish she chose a different dialogue option for that. We called Maharzai a bitch and to stay in his lane, and now we're here. Continue our... Oh, wait. I just blasted my ears with stereo static because I mess with my stuff. Alrighty, now I think what we have to do now is... gotta find a way to set Heinrich free. Let's go to the Atomical Opera, shall we?
I always keep...
Don't say words to me. Alrighty. Man, I've had acid reflux for the past few days, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I've popped Tums, I've drank water, I've chilled, I don't know. Alright. Into the Atomical Opera. You know, I have a Space Marine on my side. I could probably kill this guy. It probably wouldn't be too hard for old Ulfar to kill this man. Alrighty.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Fleshy curtain. My lord. Tervantis rushes about the laboratory, snatching up certain tools, files, and notes. He conceals some of these items inside of his own body cavities and destroys the rest. Look at me, inhuman. I should deal with it. I've done what you wanted. Homunculus glares at you and roars furiously. This isn't what I desired, not to this extent. The cult of the fatal thirst craves blood, specimen. Your blood, my blood. One must be astoundingly insensitive to the vibrations of the dark city not to realize this. Homunculus notices Maharzai. Drakon Arziesh, after you went against the Archon of the Reaving Tempest, you decided to violate the wishes of the Archon of the Black Heart as well. You were thrown in the arena to die. You show wretched incompetence by defying your masters. Well, I feel like Maharzai was in the right. My presence offends you, I see. Good. Maharzai sneers and looks around. You've made yourself quite comfortable here in the chasm. This is where you have kept the things that you dared not bring to the spire of the Reaving Tempest. It must be vexing having to abandon it all as you flee the cult's wrath. One of Tervantis' limbs twitches and strikes blindly. Only Maharzai's reflexes save him from a fatal neck wound. But the Homunculus makes no further attempts to attack. He seems to care about his substances and instruments care more about his substances and instruments than the insufferable Cabalite. Reading is hard. I don't care about Kikeros. You promised to help me get out of here. You hear the mockery in the Homunculus' voice. Forget the old promises, Mankai. This is war. My loyal servants are being slaughtered across the chasm. I cannot take any more specimens with me, and the ones I have already packed are far more valuable than you. Hey, give me my goddamn Inquisitor back. Maharzai's face suddenly changes, his mocking grim groan as he fixes his eyes on the Homunculus. Into the spire of the Reaving Tempest, to hide under the wing of Yemeris, an Archon fallen into disgrace. What an impudent choice. You should run away from her and her troubles unless you are somehow connected to her crime. Tervantis glares at Maharzai. God, Dark Eldar names. Can't we just do a Terry, Max, Mark? You were not in a position to know about the Archon's plans before, much less now. And so unravel the rotten threads in this tapestry of fate, Elantok. Here's the true nature of the Dark Ones. A lie hidden behind sweet promises. Having learned from a cruel mistake, I foresaw this outcome. Belated wisdom. Why do the witches desire my death? I feel like I can figure it out. You oh my god, what is the English language and how do I use it? You humiliated them, Mankai. Kikeros and I agreed that she would send fresh meat against you, but she decided to undermine my authority by sending out her best. You slaughtered them, and so was the cult's authority that suffered. But who cares about a pathetic Mankai? You are my lackey, and thus it is I who is responsible for undermining the cult's authority. It wasn't enough for you to just kill them. You enticed one of the blood-stained proselytes to join the Mankai side. As the entire chasm washed, A slap in the face of the cult wasn't enough for you, so you decided to spit in its face as well. Well, my fault for you guys being aliens. Oh, but there is more. I hope Kikeros and Sinisthoria are now writhing in horror at the mere thought that their headless subordinates have lost the Cabalite who was sentenced to death by Nazrakai himself. First, they decided to play a charity by making me a proselyte, and now they let me slip through their fingers. Oh, I wish I could see the succubus's face when she was given the news. You dispatched me to kill witches. Are you telling me you did not anticipate such consequences? It was supposed to go differently. Your performance was supposed to be a lesson in respect, not a declaration of war. You would have killed some unimportant and made the witches' vanity bleed. The witches would not have received your heads as a salve for their wounded pride, or would have received your head as a salve for their wounded pride. They would have been reminded for a time that I was still someone who could greatly complicate their existence. Instead, you have failed me, all of you. Kikeros did not keep her word, and you did not die in her trap. It's all your fault that things have spiraled out of control. Well, I hope that I can fix my allies' issues, because this guy seems going. I will leave the Atomical Opera and withdraw to the Spire of the Reaving Tempest. The witches won't dare to settle their scores on the eye of my patrons, so the Cabal's valuable servant is safe from their ire. As for you, go out into the streets of the chasm and die, or go to the arena and try to kill Kikeros. Even if you succeed, you will still die. The homunculus much furiously hotly. I should have stopped wasting time in this idiocy long ago. All those pathetic simpletons did was weaken my focus and distract me from my masterpiece. At least I can devote myself to all of it. This is your fault. It was your idea. Don't be such a coward. Let's face them and kill them, all of them. Did I manage to bring about your downfall? After all, unholy spawn. Tervance's voice is filled with loathing. Your insight is astounding, specimen, but have you noticed that you have also doomed yourself? Tervance becomes so absorbed in his thoughts that he starts shearing off pieces of his own flesh with scissor-like claws. Enter the arena. Succubi will not pass up the chance to gut you in front of an audience. If you could simply wound Kikeros, it would give us both enough time to escape. For that, I would be willing to sacrifice the deadliest and most valuable specimens in my collection. If you managed to kill her, run. Synthora will not let such impertinence go unpunished, and her wrath is 100-fold more dangerous than Kikeros' fury. Do not return to the chasm. You'll find no shelter there. Seek salvation in other spires. You may prolong your agony. Found materials. Good specimen. Bring me more. Tervance examines the bloodied body of parts with Levi's interest. He rests on an organ of his own chest and adds it to the trophies, and hisses in satisfaction. An interesting composition. Unusual set of starting parameters that can be strengthened by an original mixture of essences. This will be a mighty beast. I will call it Anguish Prospector. You have done well, specimen, and for that you will be rewarded. Tervance sit in silence for a few months. To repay Kikeros for his treachery, I will send the Anguish Prospector to the arena. While the witches are preoccupied with ending your life, the Prospector will kill several of them. Regardless, it is too conspicuous for me to hide from the cult's huntress. Let my creation perform the symphony of pain for which it was designed. Since you are intent to flee, you might as well release my companions. Cannot transport them to my new sanctuary, you may take them. Some may still be alive, but do not allow them to use their abilities until I've left the Atomical Opera. We'll pay for your time. Met a monster. Are you able to heal that? Devon's making the limb start to wave. Skyman, I recognize the mark of Chthonus' exquisite feeding. What honor it is for you to be the vessel with which my marvelous creation satisfies its thirst, to give your modest life force so it may be transformed to an energy converter. Fear not, specimen. It is with my power to reverse the effects of its touch. The Chthonus was an interesting experiment, one that could convert the life forces of its victims into fuel, but it was flawed. Disobedient specimen that escaped. I do not recommend escaping, specimen. The pain from the transformation only stops after I inject the blocker, and I only do it at the end of the procedure. Do you wish to spend your rest of your existence with the sensation of your skin melting and your bones snapping? That's Abelard fixed.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
We'll pay for it. Seeing someone's criminal, seeing as you're abandoning your layer, would be like say. My body. Dialogue. Cool. So, hold on. Oh, is it because she's not in my team? Oh boy. Okay, hold on.
The sons of my ancestors
I gotta go get Jay.
speak of stars long forgotten.
Oh, whoops.
And worlds long gone. What a shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note.
Let us not dawdle.
I gotta grab Jay. Okay, so I gotta go back to the pit.
Keep your wits
Grab
about
Jay.
you.
Where the hell is my... How the fifth do I get my guy? Oh, is it up here?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I
Where's
always
my-
have a backup plan.
Is he over here? Where the hell is Heinrich?
I always keep my options open.
Did I fuck something up? He's not over here. Can I get onto that? Oh, I can't.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, but Heinrich's not over here. Where's my boy? Where the fifth?
Keep your wits about you. Is there money to be
Hold on.
made?
Let me leave, come back with Jay. And try to find him that way. Hello, Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader's crash on me. Oh, no, we're good. It's the call to the fatal thirst outside, even souls the pit itself. The witch is
I'll make an example out of you.
okay.
You'll suffer exquisitely.
Nice, grotesque. Here's a space marine. Argenta, you can go here. I'll go here actually. Abelard, you can go here. Roulette, you go back here. So first things first. Front lining. Harzai can also be front line, I think. Then, one sec. I mean, sorry about that. Had to mute myself real quick. Will of the Emperor. Gonna buff this guy. Buff him again. I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna give her a go. She's just gonna
As the Emperor commands, I act.
hit these guys with a little
Faith
flame
without
burst.
deeds is worthless.
And then
On it.
he lives. Rear.
Who, if not me?
I'll do what it takes. Protect me.
Nice. Nice. Abelard's all up to snuff now.
Endure. Away.
Okay, so what does this do? Joyful torture.
Not
Stab
enough.
myself. Dance Macabre. Use a charge. Use a cleave. What is this? Reckless Strike.
With grace and malice.
And then...
Build.
No, he dodged it. Alright, it's fine.
Watch.
Toxic needled. Alright, and then we're gonna... I reckon we expose
I
weakness.
understand your intent.
Gonna mark this guy as prey.
This tedium is beneath me.
Mark this guy as prey. And then is there another cavalry warrior? We'll mark that person as prey. Pop raid. Pop precision attack. And then deadeye this thing.
Fortune favors the
92.
swift.
Boom.
Your death is approaching.
Nice Maharzai.
My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
Ouch.
I am a prey taker.
Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna...
So it shall be! Ah!
kick that guy.
Wolves reign!
So, is this first attack? Rate fire's doubled.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father!
I theft up. Shit. Okay. God damn it, I keep forgetting that his burst is 3. Oh.
See how. So shall it be.
Nobody escapes us.
What the feth is on? Okay, you're gonna have to have Violette shoot that guy.
Die in disgrace!
It only hits Abelard once.
Even taught you to fight like this!
And that's probably okay.
I'll do it.
I think I'm gonna blitz up here. Risk the attack, dodge it, because she's a beast. She's gonna line that.
Call this a strike.
Oh. Okay,
I've suffered worse.
and I'm just gonna have Abelard go here.
Follow my lead.
And he's gonna hit these two with a hammer.
At your beck and call. You a target.
And we're gonna use charge to get back to this idiot.
Indeed.
A work for a flesh crab.
At your
Do
beck
wall
and
of rockcrete.
I will
and
do
endure.
my duty.
Then I'm going to
I'll make it happen.
kill those two.
You've unleashed my fury.
I'll see to
All
it
far?
personally.
Just get up.
Corpse play! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Put that guy
I
down.
will carve runes out of your bones!
Alright.
Just a minor setback.
Okay, and then
Behold!
that.
With grace and malice.
And then we'll do
Don't
reckless.
distract me.
And we're gonna bleed this thing.
Once.
Ooh, nice. And then
Behold!
and he's gone. Perfect.
An unworthy soul.
I think you're
I
just
am
gonna
not your Another soul slips beyond the veil.
put him down like that. I ended. Whatever.
I'll do it. This is why I was
Let
chosen.
me educate you on the art of pain.
Faith without deeds
Oh
is
yeah, you're gonna
worthless.
educate me. Well, here's a flamethrower
As
for
the
your troubles,
Emperor...
and you're gonna burn to death next turn. Oh, actually no.
Tried and tested tactics. are the
Abelard is
best
just gonna
ones.
slam you.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
I'll tear your heart out for this.
Wall of Rockry.
I'll make it happen.
I missed.
I refuse. I'll see to it personally.
Alright, Yolette, put him down.
If it serves your cause, I deal death with my hands.
Oh, it's the clown. Nocturne of Oblivion. The already familiar baritone calls at you from the shadows. The key unlocks a door that will lead to one that only happenstance will free your chance. To me, the bolts will seed the part that comes next to break the bonds and flee. To you, the merchant vagabond, I bring the gift of providence. Will you look? Side of Mahar's eye, the Harlequin lets a nasty chuckle. The trapper caught in the snares of his own snake. The plotting of your play was up to snuff, but Narzakai rewrote the denouement. Deciding in the darkness of the wings, amidst the somber spires of the hunter's game, 'tis wise to stop and once more check your knives. For that which glittered in your hand before, you may now find it twinkling in your back. Mars Eye, squirming with rage, does not dare unleash on the Harlequin here and now. He hisses through his clenched teeth. All who have taken part in my downfall will be exterminated. And sooner than you thought, my merchant thief, just like the drop of ink you fell upon, the page before the play's dramatic end, wherein your own kin's blood you will see shed, perform the lines it required, and the vengeance will descend upon the stage and play its part, and then, away from the spires, the merchant's trails across the world's perilous road you'll tread, and death you'll find there, or else a path to remedy your second enemy. Mars Eye digest the Harlequin's words. Silence, at last, the shadow of unusual smirk. I hear you, Arabinan. What have I missed so far? So far, we just started. We just got ambushed by Drakari. Before then, we were talking to the homunculus guy. And I'm trying to figure out how to get Heinrich back. He said we could take him, but I can't find him. So now I'm running back to the pit to get Jay so I can fix her issue. And then I'm going to look for Heinrich again. You've helped me once. I'm listening. Both opening and warning is my boon. Your fate hangs by a thread, drawn, breaking tight, but with show patience opportune, the merchant's certain death will turn to flight. You stride not into battle, but a snare of guile and strife, a neatly woven net. Lust's mistress lifts her sword into the air, and bearing for your blood her pact is set. So dance a ring around oblivion, await a sign from night's own melody. Catch a sight of it, and then make haste to be gone. One yawning mouth, one leap to set you free. Mouth, what are you talking about? Walk into trap. Okay, well. So Kairos is planning to kill me in the next fight, but you are ready to effect my escape. All I must do is survive the arena, wait for your sign, then run. You cannot possibly mean into a literal mouth, so I must mean for me to leap in a portal of some kind. Do I have that right? Harlequin sweeps into a low bow, like an actor who's performed for a true lover of high art. He seems satisfied with your answer. Xenos lays a finger over the mute lips of his mask and vanishes, as if to convey that your conversation is a great secret known only to the two of you. Well, that happened. Alrighty. To the pit. I go to the pit because I need to get Jay so I can heal her and hope to the heavens. Or maybe Heinrich will be here, I don't know. Okay. And I'll put Argento away for now, and I'll grab Jay. Run back to the Atomical Opera to get her issue fixed, and then we'll look for Heinrich there as well. And if I can't find it, I'll just look at where he is. I'll do levels after. Wow, was the encounter difficult with the one I just did? Not particularly. I mean, I'm really strong. I have my levels are pretty high. I've done a lot of like the side stuff. Like pretty much Earlet will one tap anything that doesn't have more than like 200 HP. Obviously, Ulfar is really strong. Argenta's strong. Argenta has a lot of damage in AoE. Abelard, obviously, he's got a Thunder Hammer, and he's healed up from his time debuff that was placed upon him.
Let us not dawdle.
I don't know if there's like a cage I'm not seeing that has Heinrich in it that I can walk up to, but I digress. Willing to pay for it. Return immediately. Tervan displays an appendage on his chest as almost comfortably human gesture of wounded pride. What striking proof of the innate shallowness of your kind. After ridding her of that crude device you refer to as an augment, I restored an intriguing feature of her genetic code. So be it. I will not squander my best materials on her. I will turn her mechanism without delay. First, let us remove that redundant parts. Sovereign's Midst of Death, of varying length, thickness, curvature appear in Tervan's hands, bares his teeth and addresses Jay in an insinuating voice. Which one do you choose? Jay's mouth twists. She looks ready to unleash torrent profanity in the homunculus' face, but she stops herself and swallows her ire. Head bound, smug lies down against under the Zeno's knife. Cool. Damn. They're on screens. Mere thought of tarnishing. No, so we're not. Oh, we are sharing. Where it becomes immune to slow and immobilized effects. Could be good. Tough +5 strength and +5 toughness. Ooh, be good for Abelard. Swashbucklers, shots in mid range, 20% bonus to dodge reduction. Ceramite Zeno chestplate. 55 dodge penalty, 0.75. So it'll dodge 0% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. Arm reduces incoming damage of average enemy attacks in this chapter by 40%. I need. Ooh. Let's grab this because that seems good. Free runner boots, grab those. That could be good on Argenta. Scores equivalent for the sun. 50%. Neh. Alright, price scanner. Yeah, that's fine.
Suffering is an acquired taste, and I'm
Pay for
eager
it.
to enlighten those who lack natural discernment.
Okay, so first of all, let's go through our inventories. Is that Zeno chestplate? It's ceramite too, so that'll be nice. Then these boots. I think these boots are okay. Abelard. Whoops, I wanted to go to your items, not your levels. Alright, and then you. Commissar's flag breastplate. How are you looking at? I know it's. I'm not gonna keep it. Ooh, snazzy. But 60% armor with deflection. Come on now. Put him in that because he looks snazzy with it. And then what's this? And then the boots. The charge ability is really good, but at the same time, him being immune to slow effects would also be really good. % damage for the rest of combat. What do you have on this? It's +10 strength. Yes, it gives +10 strength and toughness. It's just a better outfit for him. And to you. Priority target? No, that seems bad. I don't think I need to put anything on your let really. But I can't really give you anything that you don't need already, so you're good. For Maharzai, we can probably give him something. Increased range attack? No. Voice command. No, what do these boots do? Makes Harzai has the charge ability. It wouldn't be bad to throw them on him. Might as well put those on him. What is this? EP. Could give him this ring. Feel like he'd use that pretty well. Anything else could give him? Logic? No. 10% hit chance against Xenos? No. He's kind of a knife user. Doesn't seem like of anything else I can really give him. Alright, that'll do for now. Alright, let me look at where the hell Heinrich is. Because he said I can have him back. Apparently there's just like someone I have to talk to. He won't be like labeled properly. Oh, here we are. The Drakari was leaning over a body encased in strange sarcophagus-like device. Turns around, the Xenos' face covered in a weird mask, holding tools of some kind that more closely resemble to torture's implements. What do you want? Cattle. Step away from the contraption, I shall let you live. Test succeeded. Something in your voice gives the torturer pause. He tilts his head. You cannot see his expression because of the weird mask, but a moment later, the Xenos hitches, hunches his shoulders, and scurries away. Oh, it's my boy. Body inside sarcophagus is not moving. Heinrich appears to have no awareness of surroundings. His clouded gaze is directed past you. Heinrich, it's me. Can you hear me? Oh boy, I'm so far away. Heinrich's head moves ever so slightly. You get a good look at his eyes now. The pupils are constricted, the size of pinheads. He is blind. His bitten, bloodied lips begin to move. To the warp with you, beast. I've heard all this before. You won't trick me again. What have they done to you? No trick, pull yourself together. The God Emperor's chosen won't be addressed in ways like you, commoner. To the warp with me. Splendid idea, but I'm taking you with me, or else Salazar will have my head on a platter. Oh, man, I'm stuck between 1 and 4. We'll do 4. That feels more jovial. What? Heinrich winces at your words. That monster couldn't have known the Lord Inquisitor's name, which means... Leandro, you're alive. Thank the golden throne. Find a way to get me out of this coffin. Now I think about it, I'd rather leave you the way you are. Farewell, Von Calyx. No. Release Heinrich from the device. You cut the tubes and pull out the hooks and the needles and free Heinrich from his bonds. Almost falls out of the Drakari device, but manages to stay on his feet. Heinrich takes a step on unsteady feet and stretches out his arm, which begins to tremble from exertion. His hand finds your shoulder, lightly slides up to your neck, then your cheek. Liliandra. He falters and retracts his hand and steps back. He gestures feebly in his eyes. I can't see a thing. Give me a moment to ascertain what they've done to me. The air around him knows him grossly colder. Blast it, I can't sense my body. What happened to you after you were captured? You cannot sense your body. What does that mean exactly? What happened to you after you were captured? It moved me multiple times from one place to another. But what those places were, I cannot say. I saw the spires of an ocean in the mist. Saw the bowels of a Drakari ship. Almost broke free once. Few things frightened the Xenos as much as the warp powers. I was close. One might consider my words heretical, but I would say it was only due to the homunculus who brought me here that I survived after falling in that struggle. From there it was just this place, this coffin, and pain. Did they blind you? No, I don't think so. It's likely my body reacting to extended bouts of pain. To think that I have forgotten what it's like to experience such basic impulses. As a biomancer, can stifle my physical reactions. Perhaps that is why I was chosen for this device. Because I distanced myself from the sensation of pain. Because my stubbornness that forbade me from surrendering. Cannot sense your body? What does that mean exactly? If I knew, I wouldn't be pondering the question right now. I think the circlet on my head wasn't inhibiting my abilities. It was turning them inward. Binding them inside my body. They made me torture myself with warp energies. I was burning and mutilating my internal organs, damn Xenos. He clenches his fist and immediately winces in pain. Can you walk? We do not have much time. I can move, yes. We'll take them. I feel that like my nerves have been turned inside out and then sewn back like that. For the time being, I will suffer the pain whenever I take a step until I recuperate. Now that I'm free to use my powers again, it's entirely achievable. Heinrich barely managed to tear his hateful gaze away from the Chikari when he notices Yurlet standing next to him and lets out an agonized groan. Oh, you must be joking. I gave Xenos another chance. She yells, I will march out the airlock. We are on the Xenos and need Xenos' help. Yurlet did not want us to suffer this fate. Of course, that's why she sold us out to her kinsman on the drop of a hat. So, wait. Execution Engine Master, of course, that's why she sold us out to her kinsman at the drop of a hat. Heinrich shakes his head as if chasing away an excruciating dream. Enough. Nothing I hear will reassure me. Heinrich blinks his feeble eyes under his breath. I will require some time to recover. When the situation permits, I will find a quiet spot and concentrate on just doing that. Cool. Heinrich obtained. Sorry. Reunion. Lord Cam has been through Dark City. Troubling developments. Is it rumors? No. Oh, here we are. Reprieve from torment. Heinrich has mentioned needs somewhere to recuperate in Quiet Corner Streaker's lair. Maybe now's a good time to see how the interrogator has been holding up after his torture. Traders allowed Maharzai to let the claim the life of Yeremarest, Archon of the Reaving Tempest. Okay.
There is torment to be sown.
Alright, let's skedaddle on out of here, shall we? Sorry if you hear any background noise. There's people hanging out. Nice. Now we go back to the pit, put Jay away, grab Argenta, bada bing, bada boom, and then we head to the arena. Then I'll do the levels real quick. Now, I don't think I'll be using Maharzai over Pascal, but for now. Obviously we have to, because Pascal is on the ship, keeping it nice and clean for us for when we return. Okie dokie. Let's go speak to him. Abelard. Can I speak to Abelard? What you got going on, friend?
Lord Captain.
At your approach, Abelard
I serve at your pleasure.
Oh, talking. So you haven't seen your departed life again? How are you feeling?
I am fit and well, Lord Captain. All that remains is for us to get out of this hellhole alive, return to our vessel, and then my answer to your question will be magnificent.
You haven't seen your departed wife again?
I have not seen her, Lord Captain. But there are times when I think I hear her laughing in the distance. Or I sense hands touching me, as she used to do, to distract me from my sorrowful ruminations. But I know the difference between reality and fantasy. Now I fear I shall simply have to learn to live with this ghost that appears only to me. With this vision of the past.
Poor Abelard. You old bastard. Any thoughts on how we might get out of here?
I am sorry to say I do not. If we had our ship and crew at our disposal, we could be safely within its walls, conduct reconnaissance of this place, and in the end, meet our deaths in battle against the Xenos, as befits true servants of the God Emperor. However, we are deprived of our usual resources. Now we can only rely on our weapons and our wits. Perhaps the Emperor's angel might share something of what he has learned during his captivity within these walls. Discover what is on his mind, but try not to anger him. Ulfar's temper is ferocious indeed. Have you spoken to Heinrichs? Since his release from captivity, he has scarcely exchanged 10 words with me. But I doubt he will keep silent if he knows something that could help us.
I doubt you have anything to actually say to me, Albert, about this, but we'll ask anyway. Do you know anything about this place?
No, Lord Captain. And trust me, I hope to remain in this state of blissful ignorance until my dying day. Just knowing that this abyss exists at all is enough to poison my mind. If you are so interested in this God Emperor forsaken place, then why not ask your new companion? Your decision to bring him into your retinue ought to at least bring some benefit in our current predicament. It is possible the Xenos Earliet could tell you something
Earliet?
about
That's
this
how
place.
you say your name? I've been saying your left.
After all, she is in some way related to its denizens, and she is responsible for the fact that we are here at all.
I don't blame your led at all. I feel like, you know what? It's fine. Ulfar.
Let us raise our cups at Vater, in honor of deeds accomplished and in expectation of those yet to come.
Why do you call me Atvater?
This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father, a commander or captain. An Edvater answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Edvater.
Nice.
You, of course, are a maiden, not a father. But we have no word meeting maiden commander in our tongue, as all space wolves are men.
You can never presume to be to give orders to one of the Emperor's angels. You should be in command. Thank you for this honor. Say thank you.
Be worthy of it, and see that you do not disgrace this glorious rank.
How are you planning to get out of here?
I have had a few thoughts on that score, but don't try to pry them out of me. When the time comes,
He had no
I
fucking
will
plan.
share them
Don't
with you.
lie to me, Ulfar. You had no clue. You were just gonna see if you can kill everything till they kick you out. Perception test failed. Who am I to discern the thoughts of a... Wow, I failed with a... Oh, but 40%... Greater than 40%... Come on, man. Appears the warrior of the Emperor is blessed with brute strength and neither cunning nor ingenious. He's clumsily attempting to hide his total lack of strategy for escaping behind tantalizing evasions. That was the failed test? Why do you devour your enemies?
Why do you think?
You're hungry. Medicaid test succeeded. The almaphagia is clearly involved here. The genetic gift granted to the Astartes by the Emperor. This organ links the brain and stomach of a space marine, allowing him to absorb information from genetic code of any flesh he consumes. It has to do with the almaphagia, yes?
You are very well informed. Far more than a common mortal ought to be. Yes, it is true that I have gorged on the flesh of my enemies to reap the secrets from the steaming flavor of their meat.
Don't say steaming flavor of their meat ever again, Ulfar.
I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape.
Tell me about your brothers, the Space Wolves.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you, I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
For Space Marine chapter, you are far from orthodox.
The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes. We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise.
You spoke of full names that give you strength. What is your name in that case?
Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me.
Is it because your beard is red? Persuasion was succeeded. Given the warrior's boastful nature, the indifference in which he revealed his name is surprising. It seems he does not trust you enough to disclose his true name. What do you believe in?
We believe in the great wolves. in the deadly Black Mane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Bloodied Hunter, in the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go, and in the uncanny two-headed Mordecai, guard of the realm of the
Same
dead.
best way to consume an onion is broccoli steamed with cheese.
Only
That's
the
fair.
great
That's fair.
wolves show us their favor. The others are more malign, but each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
What else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in throne runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans.
Warp test succeeded. You suddenly feel the whisper of something menacing radiating from Ulfar. A necklace of various formidable-looking teeth around his neck. Teeth are carved with intricate runes. Point at the wolf neck full Ulfar is wearing. Is that a powerful charm?
The All-Father gifted you with strong intuition. This was made by Skadi Twice-Thinker. The spirits liked him, and one could feast a whole long Hellwinter night to the words of his saga. So keen was his mind. He was my friend.
I'm guessing he's not alive.
Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf.
What is Fenris like?
Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens.
Nice.
And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolf howls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home.
Am I succeeding in
There's
some sort of
no
check for the info on the
place in
side? Yeah,
universe
sometimes, yeah.
like it.
It'll have like automatic checks like that it'll make, or I can make one myself.
Tell me, Ed Fatter, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris?
Lord, to succeed, you mentally go through the list of deadliest creatures on Fenris. Your thoughts seem to settle on the strange name of the Wrath Badger. You've read about this animal, a small and ferocious creature which very little is known. Some kind of huge monster rules out the others. Lower the dice rolls. The Wrath Badger.
No, you are... What? Why the Wrath Badger?
Little is known about it. The hunters, that means hunters fear to encounter it, and it is the most dangerous.
Very good. I hope to tell you about the black curse of the Wolfen, but your answer wasn't bad either. Wrath Badger.
I still wish to hear about the curse of the Wolfen. I know what this is, but
The
for everyone
curse
else.
of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor. Should what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue.
Alright.
Fenris Hjoda, fatter.
I would talk to Ulfin more, but his entire dialogue tree has not been is full, so it's gonna take a hot second. Jay, what's going on with you, girl?
Let's see, your ladyship rogue trader, Shireen, bane of my soul and savior of my flesh. Cruel fate has driven us straight into the foulest corner of the galaxy. Home sweet home to the Drukhari scum. I have it on good authority that no one leaves this place. Not alive, not dead, not even in pieces.
How are your lungs?
Good as new, Shireen. No, honest. I can breathe and I'm not coughing up blood in people's faces anymore. You did well by me again, Shireen. Thank you. I will do my best to repay you in kind.
I'm still waiting for an explanation. If you want to tell me the truth, I'm more than just your patron after all. About your new persona. Do you have any persona? Do you have any ideas we can get here? I'm still waiting for an explanation.
So what
Jay.
do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a sand-covered lump of rock. And the core of that rock contained untold riches for servants of the Imperium. The girl scraped out those riches with her little hands, breaking her back and coughing up her lungs, on behalf of people who had never clapped eyes upon her, and who would never know her name. She did this every day until she turned 16. And then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sortie. But the girl survived. The Exalted One protects. So what was next? Years serving in the Astra Militarum, just a shitload of hard labor, and fighting, and deals, and shady connections, and new opportunities. But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in excess from time to time. Until living the good life almost cost the little girl her head after her patrons got caught in an internal investigation between the Officio Prefectus and Departamento Munitorum. So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the beams of fortune brought her to the expanse. A shitty story, all things considered, Shireen.
Oh my god, there's an option to kill her. Do you have a family?
The folks on Footfall are my only family, Shireen. The trickster twins and the rest of the rabble, plain-talking and loyal as dogs. And sometimes as dull as the pommel of a worn-out blade.
Used to be in the Imperial Guard.
Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, ma'am. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except when it comes to the Guard, there's no such thing as used to be. That wretched life sank its claws into me good. But that also means I remember what it's like to be a small, shaking, insignificant pawn. And that's why I appreciate what I have now, all the more.
That explains the lung implant, but what about the hand?
It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen.
Orcs it was. How'd you get involved with the Kasbalika?
What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole, where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. And I had an epiphany. I saw how the other half lives. And by half, I mean the ones born with a diamond spoon in their mouth, instead of an entrenching shovel rammed up their arse. My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze, and whose arses to kick. I was very popular with everyone in the guard command, you see. I'd procure things for them, whatever they wanted. And so the Kasbalika took notice.
So you're a deserter as well?
You know, Shireen, I could still be bouncing around from one world to another, holed up on tired old ships with only venal grunts for company, if I hadn't decided I wanted more for my life. I accepted a shipment from the Kasbalika of certain chemicals. You know, for carnal pleasures and the like. Some bigwig was throwing a party to celebrate his 5th decade in the service. And that's when I caught the attention of the newly arrived commissar. I was rummaging through the pockets of Astra Militarum with one hand and shuffling the Casbalic and cargo with the other. You can imagine what would have happened to my head had the commissar not started with my higher-ranked patrons.
Yeesh.
Whoop the never mind.
Whoa. You want to tell me the truth? I'm more than just your patron after all.
Not once, if you can believe it. By the way, Shireen, I'm not really a princess. I'm filthy underhive scum, and I've been lying to you the whole time. I would have been flung out of your bed so fast, it would take my scream a few seconds to catch up.
Why did you not tell me the truth? I insist on absolute honesty between us from here on out. Troy, if you're wondering whether things have changed from here or not, the answer is no. You haven't changed, and my feelings haven't changed. Not judge you. I too would prefer that my beloved seeing with princess rather than unhyped scum. Can I continue our affairs?
Really? And you are very, very strange. And I am very lucky. Praise be to the Exalted One.
We're in it. We're in it. About your new persona.
Don't give me that look, Shireen. The plotting nobles, the scheming footfall thugs, the mysteries of Xeno artifacts, the bowing and scraping before the self-indulgent ecclesiarchy. All that's gone. Everything beyond these walls melted away like a dream. I'm fighting for my life. My soul's being torn to shreds and my body's bleeding. Is it too much to ask to want to be myself, Shireen?
If this is closer to the real you, then you can keep acting like this.
Sorry, Shireen, but that's not going to work. All the poor wretches on Footfall know me as the sweet-spoken lady from the hot planet. I've played the princess for too long to just smash her to pieces. But thanks for the kind words. It's good to know that my soldier's tongue hasn't scared you off.
After what I heard, thoughts of keeping you by my side makes me sick. Remove yourself from my presence. I don't want to do that. Any ideas how we can get out of here?
That's a negative, Shireen. Hatching clever plans has been the last thing on my mind recently, you see. But on the bright side, while that Ashmag homunculus, may the ash he devoured that black-souled bag of bones, was busy experimenting on me, I managed to nick a couple of trinkets from his laboratory. Here, they may come in useful, if not for escaping, then at least for surviving in this rotten hole. Sir, yes, sir, your ladyship, Shireen. I'll be here, all primed and ready to go.
Nice. Alright. Maharazai, words from your face, please. Actually, Argenta first.
Rogue trader. Being reunited with the Emperor's Chosen is a balm to my soul.
You managed to
I
learn
have
anything.
made no attempt to do so. What need do I have to know of the depravity of the enemies of humanity, when all I want is to burn it all in pure, raging flame? I already know all I need to. This place is evil. But there are servants of the Emperor here worthy of salvation.
Alright,
May
Argenta,
terrors
that's
light
pretty
be
much
with
what I
you, Rogue
expected.
trader.
Maharazai, spit words from your mouth hole. Maharazai, Azurnash, stares down at you from his formidable height. His head is slightly tilted to the side. Lean, wiry Xenos is encased in black armor. Not even a sliver of gap between has been left between the tightly fitting plates, which bristle with mutely gleaming barbs and hooks. Set in a white face striated with crimson tattoos, the dark eyes devour you, burning with predatory, malevolent interest. Want to know what happened before you took me to Kamarog?
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions.
Why did you kidnap me?
When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout in Tazara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help
from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimeris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimeris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimeris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you.
And I fucked it all up because I'm a beast, baby. You have spies aboard my damn ship?
Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now?
Oh my god,
Then
that guy was...
there's no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds.
So that means my former Master of Whispers is a goddamn slug in his brain? Why'd you make me... what agreement did you make with Nazrake?
Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a Cabal has their supporters, and Irimeris is no exception. Nazrake promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimeris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart. Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck. But it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimeris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath.
God, Maharzai's voice actor is so good.
It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons.
Well, skill issue, buddy. Tribunal, what was that about? I was being tried by the Inquisitor, Heinrich, and Theodora were there. Why?
Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Tavantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you. One in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court.
What were you and Tazar doing in my protectorate?
What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had
you
suffered
call the Dark
losses
City?
in the
It's
latest
Kamarag, not
disjunction.
Kamara.
We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my Cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me.
You and Earlet conspiring together? How did that come about?
Conspiring? No, no. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long, long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterward, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me.
Who is the burned... I don't know who he's talking about when he says burned monkey. I can only think of the Heinrich's buddy who has, like, suffered burns, but I don't know if that's
I
him.
planted the first poison
I wouldn't really have reason to
seeds in
trust
her
him.
soul back at our first meeting. I dropped a hint that I knew what had become of her world. I lured her in and left her with you. Time took care of the rest. That and an unpleasant discovery aboard your own ship. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival.
Achilles,
For the only way
Achilles.
she would reach that place was with you.
Who is Achilles? Road trader. Oh, it is that guy. Okay. It is the Inquisitor's buddy. I believe the kills betrayed humanity.
When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again.
You know what? Fair enough. So, what do you know about your Let's Craft world? My stream just crashed? Seems like I crashed. Apparently. Did we crash? Oh, whoops. Okay,